Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. Hold on. Ain't no way, bruh. I just charged this. What? Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry it has been so long since I have been around. However, I am back and I am ready to go. So I picked up, over the course of about a week, 4 Too Faced palettes. There were so many beauty deals on Too Faced. If you don't know, Too Faced was one of the first beauty brands or high-end beauty brands that I have ever decided to purchase, and I have been in love with them ever since. So I got all 3 of the Too Faced naturals. It was 30% off at Ulta, yeah, under the Hot Buys tab. But I got the natural eyes, which looks like this. It may not look like, hold on, okay, there it is. Yeah, it may not look like much at first, and my lighting is terrible, y'all, so I'm sorry about that. But this looks like the absolute perfect everyday palette. The names are underneath it. It has a beautiful, big, quality mirror. It's heavy, it's so beautiful. I also picked up the face palette. Looks like this. Same deal, names at the bottom. You have your 2 bronzer shades, 2 blush shades, and 2 shimmer highlights. And I also picked up the all mattes palette. All of them with the lace. I love the packaging. And like I said, it just, this is an everyday palette. So that's what I got from Ulta. 30% off. I'll go over the prices a little bit later. And I also picked up the Just Peachy Mattes palette. This one I picked up from Sephora, and it was 50% off, and I could not let this pass. I've been wanting this palette since it came out. When you're a makeup junkie but you're also a mom, you have priorities, honey. You can't just go out there buying a whole bunch of stuff at the regular prices. But if you want to see which palettes I end up using, because as you can see, I don't know which palettes I'm going to use. I know I'm going to use the face palette, but we'll figure out between the eyes and the Peachy Mattes palette which one I'm going to use. But if you are interested, stay tuned. Yeah. Ooh, before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Actually, scratch that. Only like the video if you like the video. Like, all this peer pressure going around, if you like it, that's wonderful. I love you. I appreciate you. However, don't lie to me. Okay, I can only get better if you're truthful. Yeah, if you like the video, like it. If you love me, subscribe. If you want more of me, hit the notification bell. On that note, we're gonna get right into it. In case you all do not know, the entire line of the naturals has a perfume smell to it, like a legitimate perfume. Everything with Too Faced, you know, smells like chocolate or it smells like peaches, but this actually has like a classy perfume smell. If you have some type of sensitivity to scents, you're not that type of person, like if your lip gloss smell like bubblegum and you mad, like, you might not care for it too much. My advice to you would be to go into an Ulta and smell it for yourself. That might not work either, because I went in there. This is a Naked Skin concealer. Actually, no, I do have my Tarte Shape Tape. For those who are new, welcome. I like to use the Tarte Shape Tape as my eyeshadow primer, and I actually usually prefer to do my face makeup first and then do my eyeshadow, but the look is mostly about the eyeshadow, so I want to knock that out first. But long story short, I actually tried to smell this palette before I left Ulta, but the tester was so jacked. It looked like it had been dropped on the floor way too many times. Man, at least 2 out of every palette a shade was completely broken. People dragged their fingers through it, and you know, you couldn't even get a true experience of what it was like. So when I opened this container, I was actually taken aback a little bit of how strong the perfume smell is. And if you watch my channel, you know I never mention the smell of anything, because if it smells good, I like it and it's not that big of a deal. But this smell is a little stronger than I am used to. So because I've waited the longest for this palette, and this one has a soft peachy smell, I don't feel like this one is as potent. Excuse me, I'm blinding y'all. I don't feel like this one is as potent as its counterparts over here. So I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Peaches and Cream, Just Peachy, Peach Cobbler, and then after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, all right, so right now I'm going straight in from the palette to my eye. I did not set that concealer. All right, it's a little bit hard to see on camera right now because my lighting is not the best and the sun is going down, so I'm sorry, but this Peaches and Cream is actually pretty pigmented. But I'm gonna keep going and I'll just take really good pictures at the end. Okay, so I started off wanting to do a halo look. I think I still want to do a halo look, but I also think it's gonna be matte, which is weird. So I'm gonna go in with the Natural Matte palette now, and I'm going to use Hookup first to deepen the outer corners, and then I think I want to use Lace Teddy to put right in the center on the lid. Hookup, which is that warm brown right there, and then Lace Teddy, which is this sort of soft pinky white shade right over here. Super pigmented, so. I'm really liking the way this is coming out. It's different for me. It's weird for me because I don't normally do pink or peachy looks at all. And if my lighting was a little bit better, I'd be able to show you what I am getting excited about. And then, as I stated, I think I'm gonna wash Lace Teddy using my finger right over the lid. I'm not really sure how I feel about the eyes. No doing of the palette itself, but just where my creativity was going, I don't know. But I'm gonna put on my foundation and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I did a full face. I did my eyebrows. I also did my, get your life together. I also did my mascara. So for my face, if you follow me on Instagram or if you follow me on Facebook, you already know what I am using. I'm using Morena Bote for my foundation, for my cream contour, for my powders to set my face. It's been awesome. For my mascara, I use the Colossal Big Shot. For my brows, I use the NYX pencil. Nothing new, nothing to see here. So underneath my eyes, I think I'm gonna layer it the exact same way that I did the top. So just go in with a smudger brush. Go in with Peach Cobbler first. These shadows are really pigmented. I'm so sorry it's not showing up on camera all that great, but I will make sure I insert pictures to ensure you guys see what I see. And I don't actually think I even talked about the price of these things. So I got my receipt right here. So it says for the face palette, the original price was $44. 30% off gave me $15.40 off of my total price, which ended up being $28.50 for the Natural Eyes palette and the Natural Matte palette. The original price was $38 and I got 35% off, which gave me a total of $13.30 off, with the palette costing $24.70. So if you are not really sure about, and the Too Faced, I don't have this receipt on me. I got this one like earlier in the week, so I was actually back home. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room. This is not my house. These is not my house. So yeah, we're still just piling up these colors. The smell of this Peachy palette is beautiful to me. Like, it's not too intense. It's actually very soft, very, I don't know. Makes me feel very spring, very summerish, you know? I really like this. I really like this look. I think I still want to add a little, I'm just gonna use a dark brown or a really, really dark shade in one of these palettes and just wiggle it on my lash line to give me a little bit more depth. I'm gonna go back into the Natural Mattes palette and use Sexpert, which is just a cool tone brown, not the deeper brown, but this one right here at the top here. All right, now that I've darkened my lash line a little bit, I'm just gonna go in with Heaven, which, keep in mind, Heaven is in both palettes. Like that white, that whitish cream shade that is in the top right hand corner. Hopefully y'all can see that. This shade right here, and then, okay, I can't move my thumb, but that shade right there, they are the exact same shades. Going in with Heaven to give me a matte inner corner. I've actually never done a matte inner corner. This is kind of new and neat for me. I shouldn't say neat because this looks a hot mess, but it's different and I hate it. But it's pigmented though. You can't say it's not pigmented. Voila! I got long lashes. Okay, so now that we've gotten that taken care of, I'm going to the contour palette now, and it has been, or there has been, some controversy, of course, because these bronzer shades over here don't do much for, you know, women of color. And just as a shade reference, in the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, I am number 9 in NARS. I'm Tahoe in the All Day Luminous, but in the Natural Radiance, I am the one before Morena. I think it starts with a C, like Kelina or something like that. I'll look it up and put it at the bottom. I'll put my shade matches at the bottom. So there's a possibility, you know, if you're darker than me, this might not work for you. So I'm going in with Sun Bunny first, knocking a little bit off, and as suspected, this gives a very, very, very natural bronze. So this is actually really good for a no makeup day, and where my contour for some might have been a little too red. Like, I didn't mind my contour, the color of my cream contour actually. I actually liked it, but I feel like it gives it more of a natural look, like it knocked off the red undertone. It definitely shows up. I actually like that. And for those who don't excuse me, for those who don't know, in my earlier videos, I still love it, I just haven't used it in a while, the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. And that is very, 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 very cool tone. So I like the fact that this isn't as gray as that one, but I do love it all together. And as far as the Tropic Like It's Hot shade, it's meant to be a shimmer bronzer, but for women of color that could actually be a highlight. And I probably will insert the other swatches later, but to swatch Tropic Like It's Hot, Satin Sheets, and Starlight, can you even see it? You can kind of see that this one has a little bit of a yellow undertone, this one is a little bit more pinky, and this is a gold undertone. Let's see here, or maybe it'll be better if I do this. So Tropic Like It's Hot, Satin Sheets right next to it, and then Starlight. A little bit more pinky to it. There's only two blushes in here. There's a super duper pink one and the more muted, excuse me, the super pink one at the top there, and the more muted. For this look, I'm thinking about using the more muted, so I'm gonna go in with Pink Sand, dabbing it right on in. This is so pretty. I don't know what it is, but I've been loving blushes that just kind of give you a wash of color. Almost looks like your skin. I've been just into skin period lately. That's what it is, I believe. And I'm just going to put a little bit between my contour and my highlight on my forehead. I feel like that gives me a little bit of a gradient. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna mix a Satin Sheets, which is a gold one, and Tropic Like It's Hot, which is the deeper shade. I'm just gonna use this featherweight crease. So I guess it was okay for me to add a little more to it. All right, y'all see that? I like this. I don't know how much I love my Fenty Beauty, right? Just because it gives off that natural glow sheen. This might have just taken its place. So if you're a girl, like, I know everybody loves to be beaming, you know, that highlight gotta be popping, girl. I know, I understand, but not every situation calls, you know, for your eyebrows to be bright for no reason. And I feel like if you still love highlight, but you gotta go to work, you know what I'm saying? You want to wear highlight to work, but you know it'll be too much if you know, did the whole shebang. I feel like that's what this tropical shade is. And I personally feel like that on a regular basis. Now I'm going to go ahead and dig into her and see what she got going on. This gives me just enough to say, yes, girl, you got on highlight. It's different. You out here being different, girl. We're actually just gonna use a gloss, which this gloss was also on sale. This is the Lancome Plump something or other. I'm gonna insert a picture. So I'm gonna go in with Old Faithful. This is the Rimmel London Coffee Bean Lip Liner. Blend it out so it's not a harsh line. Then I'm gonna go in with Opalescence. So if you ask me what I think about the Too Faced palettes, I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. Again, if you're any darker than me, that contour or that bronzer is not gonna work for you. I thoroughly enjoyed, I feel like I'm gonna use everything in this palette. I like bright pink blushes. I love the muted blushes because those are everyday. That bronzer, that matte bronzer, that is everyday. This, the Tropic Like It's Hot shade, that's an everyday highlight for me. Like, I could wear that to work and not get in trouble. Satin Sheets, if I want to step it up palette. The Just Peachy Mattes palette, once again, I honestly feel like I'm going to be reaching for this a lot. If for absolutely nothing else, my transition shades for sure. I wonder, only because I don't have it in front of me, I wonder how close these colors look to the Modern Renaissance, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering like, if I have Modern Renaissance, do I really need this palette? But I do feel like I do, because Modern Renaissance is more orange shades and more ruby shades. These are legitimately peach. Blendability and all that kind of stuff, all that comes into play. So yeah, I can't say that I regret this. Now, these two eyeshadow palettes, I'm gonna have to play in them and a little bit more. The only thing that I can say that I quote unquote don't like is the fact that they have two of the same shades in here, but nobody told me to get both of them. Nobody told me to do that. I love these colors. There's gonna be more to come. More to come with these for sure. I really do feel like I have to give you more. All right, peeps, that concludes my video. I hope that you feel like you learned a little something about those three palettes. I just really wanted to show you and let you know first and foremost that there were discounts on these palettes. I did pick up a few other things from Ulta, and I'll probably do a separate video on that. Do you all like haul videos? Is that still a thing? What you think? Let me know in the comments if you down for a Ulta beauty haul. Okay, if all hearts and minds are clear, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe, boo boo. Y'all definitely gonna be seeing more of this highlights in my life. If all hearts and minds are clear, be good, be smart, be safe out there, y'all. I love you, and I'll see you soon.